Hi guys, welcome to Leicester Fan TV, the WSL Weekly Show with your host, myself tonight. Hope everyone's well. Good luck to Sophie Howard tonight, who will be hopefully featuring for Scotland. Good luck, Soph. Shout out to you. Shout out to Ashley Plumtar for last week. Fantastic host and guest. Guys, if you're watching tonight, join the debate, get involved, get your comments in. We enjoy having your comments. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV on Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're watching us on playback, we are live every single day of the week. Fanzone show on Monday with Phil. The Tuesday night Fanzone / WSL Weekly Show with myself. The Away Fan Chat Show. The Premier League Predictions Show on Thursday with Tom, who got the most points this week. Will remain to be seen. I hope I did well. The pre-match show on Friday with Reedy, as he'll be talking about the Millwall game, post-match views, and also looking ahead to Saturday's Premier League tie versus Burnley. The watch along will be on Saturday, of course. Join us for that from 2 p.m. and the aftermath show, post-match analysis on the Burnley game. What went right and what went wrong. Hopefully it's all positive and no negative. Right then, guys. Follow us, like I say, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. You might even see Phil dancing on TikTok. So, yeah, let's get going and let's get this WSL Weekly Show started. Let's go.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome then to the WSL Weekly Show. Hope everyone's great tonight. We're going to be talking all things Women's Super League and also Leicester City Women. So keep your eyes peeled and get involved tonight, guys. Get your comments in. Get your views in. Will you agree with me and Mark? We're going to be looking ahead to Leicester City Women's next game against West Ham United on Sunday at the Chigwell Construction Stadium in Dagenham. Let's get a few good evenings in then. Mayan, how are you? Carmen, hello. Anthony Beebe, evening. Mayan, nice to see you on Sunday. Great to see you. Guys, if you could do a big favour for me, smash a like, share, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV. Let's get Mark in then. Mark, hello, how are you?
Good, pal. You?
Yeah, good, thank you, Mark. Right then, Mark. Welcome to the WSL Weekly Show then.
Welcome, Jack. Been a long time without football, to be fair. It's that time we've got the ladies playing again on Saturday.
Yeah. International break has loomed for the women this time round. Obviously, England the other day won 8-0 at St. Mary's against North Macedonia women. Fantastic result. Toon scored, who plays for Man United. Very bright future, Mark, shall I say, for Toon. Fantastic winger, fantastic player. Scored a great goal against Leicester the weekend before last at the King Power when Leicester took on Manchester United.
They looked a quality outfit, didn't they? And when we spoke to Ashley last week, she said that they were a team to be reckoned with, and Yeah, they're Man United, aren't they? And they are what they are because they do what they do.
Evening, Dave. Hope you're well. Welcome to the show, Dave. Right then, Mark, shall we get on to the opponents then for the weekend?
The Hammers.
Yep, so it's the West Ham women is the next opponent for Leicester City women in the Women's Super League on Sunday. Kickoff, I believe, is very early in the afternoon. They was founded in 1991, Mark, 30 years ago to the day. The ground which Leicester City women be travelling to is the Chigwell Construction Stadium in Dagenham. Go and get involved, guys. Go and watch the women. You'll be entertained. So then, Mark, last game then in the WSL for both sides. Let's start with West Ham United. They drew 1-1 with Aston Villa. Former Leicester City midfielder Remy Allen scored. Tell us about West Ham then, Mark. What happened?
Well, they looked at presence. They were pressing most of the game, and their keeper, I can't remember her name now. Let's have a quick look. Ollie Harder.
Yeah,
she was absolutely outstanding. She's a Kasper Schmeichel. She saves with her feet. She saves with her hands, and that to me, she was the player of the game. Villa were quite good actually. They were pressing quite well, but West Ham, I think, were the team that were going to win it. But I think it played out to a draw, didn't it?
Yeah. Adriana Leon opened the scoring for West Ham United. Mark, what a cool finish it was from the striker. Took a goal well. She could have had a second. Not long after, tried going around the goalkeeper, but missed her footing. Could have been dead and buried, Aston Villa, at that point, if she'd got that second goal. Aston Villa made it difficult, didn't they, for Mark in that second half for West Ham. They were very attacking side. Obviously, the manager for Villa obviously got stuck into them at half-time again after being down by 1-0 at half-time again, like she did against Leicester. They played well.
They played well from the midfield. A lot of their play all centred around the midfield, and they were pushing out wide. And they did give West Ham a really good game. It was a good game to watch, guys. So if you haven't seen it, have a look at the highlights. It's well worth watch.
So, what are West Ham's strengths then, Mark, and what are their weaknesses going into Sunday's game?
I see the back four can be pressed, especially out on the wide, on both the wide flanks at the back.
Yeah.
And they, like I say, their keeper was the one that kept them in the game. So if Leicester keep pressing like the way they can, then that's the way to go. Down both wings.
Mark, then let's move on to Leicester's game against Manchester United. A 3-1 defeat for the Leicester City Foxes women. What went wrong, Mark, for Leicester City in that game, do you think? And how do they put it right against West Ham on Sunday?
I think very similar to the guys. The lack of possession, chasing the ball, getting caught on the break, getting caught in possession. It cost them massively. The girls did really well, but you could see Man U were a team above, a step above. But there again, I mean, let's face it. When were Leicester formed? What, two year ago? And Man U, quite
3 years ago.
Considerably but the money that's been pumped into the ladies' team from Man U, you can tell the gulf in class. But we're Leicester. we're not short of a few pounds, and the money is being pumped into the ladies' game now. And couple of seasons time, then we'll be up there with the Man U's and Chelsea's.
Yeah. Manchester United shown quality, didn't they, Mark? They were full of energy. Ella Toon opened the scoring for Manchester United in the first half, where banger to make it 1-0. Just after half time, they scored from a corner with the centre back. And then Martha Thomas poached on another goal to make the game dead and buried. Obviously, Abby McManus scored from a corner to get us back into the game, which would have gave them full of confidence. Kirsty Lavelle made some absolutely fantastic saves against Manchester United. I just think we need to stay switched on, don't we, Mark? We need to be able to put our mistakes behind us and move on and work on them sort of areas to close down a bit more and to become more better within the season, which I think we will, Mark. Obviously, it wasn't the team what we've seen at Aston Villa who were running the show. Obviously, we had a few injuries in Shannon O'Brien, Hannah Kane, Sophie Barker, the skipper.
I think we've got Sophie coming back, haven't we, this week?
Yes, we should have Sophie coming back, Hannah Kane, Shannon O'Brien. There should be a few coming back. Obviously, Abby Grant and Connie Schofield will be missing for the foreseeable future. Jonathan Morgan, fantastic manager. It's just his tactics are going to get there at some point, aren't they, Mark? It's going to all fall into place. And when it does, they're going to start scoring goals, aren't they, Mark, and winning games?
Let's hope so. They've got the potential. They've got the squad. They've got the players now. Since the demise of teams like Doncaster Bells and whatever, we've started to pick up players from teams like that used to dominate the ladies' sport. Then the only way's up, really.
Yeah. Jess Sigsworth, obviously former Doncaster Bells striker. She loves to run. She'll just run and not stop running. She works hard. I think with Jess as a striker, them goals will come. And like I said to her after the game against Man United, the goals will come, Jess. You get the first one against maybe West Ham, and then they'll flourish. And every game you go, it will build confidence, and you'll be able to feel that you can score many more goals. Obviously, the result ended up 3-1 to Manchester United. Not the best result, but Manchester United, quality side, very experienced, got some very good players. And I guess, we need to beat teams around us if we're going to stay up this season, Mark.
I think it's going to be a different game on Saturday against West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've got a lot more to offer against teams like West Ham than we have against Manchester United.
Yeah, let's look at recent form then, Mark. Leicester City have lost both games. The first game, really, we shouldn't have lost. I thought we played really well and deserved to win that game. The second game, very difficult against a very good Manchester United women's side with some very experienced international players as well. West
I think
Ham,
we're eighth and ninth, aren't we, in the league?
Yes.
So I think it's like it's going to be a very close game.
It's just a point what evens it out. West Ham are just above us by a point. West Ham got battered against Brighton away from home in their first game. Second game, obviously drew against Aston Villa, conceding a very late goal to never guess who, Remy Allen. She got her second goal of the season. A very good midfielder is Remy Allen, which obviously Leicester City women know about them, Mark. Let's move on to team selection then, Mark. For the next game then against West Ham, who starts?
Well, I don't know. Is Ashley going to start now that what's her name's back?
Sophie Barker.
Sophie Barker.
Yeah.
That's questionable. Pike,
Yeah.
I think she'll start. Thomas, Freya Thomas,
Hmm.
may get a look in.
I
It
think
all
it's a
depends on fitness and. Sorry.
yeah. I think it goes on who's got the best players, Mark, to offer in this game. Obviously, last game we struggled with injuries. We had quite a few injuries missing. Key players, would you believe? I think this game, Lavelle's going to start in goal. We'll probably see Sophie Barker back in that midfield partners with Molly Pike and Shannon O'Brien. We'll see Paige Bailey-Gale again. She's had a great start to the season. We'll see Tasha Flint, Jess Sigsworth. We'll see, obviously, the defence of Abby McManus, Georgia Broham. Maybe Sophie Howard. Obviously, Perfield played last game, didn't she, Mark, at left back? And LaShonte Paul as well. It's going to be a headache for Jonathan Morgan this game. He just needs to put the strongest side out that he can have possible to beat a West Ham side who's not really playing great at the minute. Leicester need their first win, and so do West Ham. So it makes for a very good and tasty game.
Well, I think very much like the men's team, you've got to look at who's been playing well, who's fit,
Yeah,
and consistency. It's all about consistency. Like you say, people that are coming back from injury, are they 100%? Are they going to start on the bench? I don't know. I wouldn't like to be a manager for the men's team or the ladies' team.
Let's move on to player watch then, Mark. We've pulled out some key players for both sides. Tasha Flint and Jess Sigsworth. What a partnership that could be come Sunday afternoon at West Ham. Obviously, them two need to find that spot, what they did in pre-season. I think it's going to pay off. I'm looking forward to watching them two this season dominate and take on teams and score plenty of goals between them, which I think the season going on, Mark, I definitely think them pair could do that.
Flint is exceptional, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's the Jamie Vardy of the ladies team.
Mm-hmm.
And Sigsworth, they play so well together. So they're the two to watch for me.
Yeah, there's obviously other players aren't the Mark, like Paige Bailey-Gale. There's obviously Shannon O'Brien, who loves to take the ball from everybody. The Wilfred Ndidi of the women's side. She loves to win a ball and take it and run on, which obviously she got that assist at the Aston Villa game to set up Tasha Flint, who went on and scored. West Ham then, Mark, they've got their own players in Adriana Leon and Lisa Evans.
I've not really seen much of Lisa Evans, but I did watch the game with Villa, and Leon looked something special. She was quick, she was sharp, she was deadly, really, wasn't she? Her goal was bang on. Yeah.
What sort of tactics are we going to be looking at, Mark, to then beat West Ham then on Sunday? And what formation would you play?
Pace.
Yeah.
Get down them wings. And we've got height in the team as well. I'd definitely, I'd be playing something like a 4-3-1-2 or 4-3-2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely 4 at the back.
Yeah. Obviously, Mackenzie Smith made her debut against Manchester United, 16 years old. That'll give her confidence, won't it, Mark? Playing with the experienced players, it will help her out massively, won't it, in her footballing career, getting more games for the Leicester City women?
at 16, I don't know how she could even sit in the dressing room and put her boots on, because at 16, I would have, well,
It's
I
about
would have had,
confidence.
yeah. I'd have had no idea of what I was doing at 16 going into a game like that. But you know, like you say, it's all about confidence. And if you're good enough, you know, it's irrelevant at your age. And obviously, Morgan feels that she's
good enough to step
yeah,
up.
she's the one. So good on her.
Let's look at upcoming games then, Mark, in the WSL. We'll start Saturday as Everton take on Birmingham. Obviously, if we get the table up, you will see that Everton and Birmingham are on nil points. They're both struggling, aren't they, Mark? What sort of game are we looking at for that one then, and who's going to win it?
That depends who wants it the most, doesn't it? It's got a ball draw written all over it, though, in my eyes. Between Birmingham, Reading, and Everton, I think they're the teams that are going to be looking to get points as much as they can, but are going to struggle against the better teams. But saying that, I mean, we're not. I mean, what are we now? 2 games in.
Yeah.
So it's early days. Things can change, aren't they?
Next game then, Mark, we move to Manchester United and Chelsea.
Ooh.
Chelsea's lost their first game against Arsenal. They went and battered the other team in the second game. They really showed up with Frank Kirby and Kerr. The partnership, fantastic players that Chelsea's got. They've obviously got quite a few good players.
I didn't see the Chelsea ladies game last game, but obviously I did see the Manchester United team.
Yeah.
And the game against us, and I still think they're going to take some stopping, to be fair.
Looking at the table then, Mark, Chelsea are in 6th and Manchester United are in 3rd. Who's going to win it, Mark?
I see Manchester United, to be fair, just because their investment in the team, the squad, and I don't know, just the way they played. They played with so much confidence, and they look to me like a team. If they go 1-0 down, then it's not going to faze them at all. They'll just carry on and batter the team that they're playing.
Yeah. Next game, we've got the league leaders, Brighton. Very surprisable candidates this season, Mark, under Hope.
Depends what referee they get.
She obviously used to manage England. The Brighton manager did. I mean, Brighton, Aston Villa, then Mark. Brighton's obviously picked up 6 out of 6 points on offer. Aston Villa, on the other hand, 4 points from their first 2 games. It's going to be a difficult one, isn't it, Mark, at the Amex Stadium come Sunday afternoon for Aston Villa?
Do they play at the Amex, Brighton?
Yeah,
ladies. It's a lovely stadium. My daughter goes to university just a stone's throw from there, so I've been there, and it's a bit of a cauldron when the fans are behind you. I don't know what sort of attendance they've been getting at the Amex with the ladies, but if they get 2,000-3,000, it could be rocking in there, and it's a home game, so you got to win your own games.
Yep. Tottenham versus Reading, then Mark. Obviously Tottenham 4th, 6 points. Both games won. Reading, on the other hand, 0-4, losing to Manchester United, and Tottenham.
No shame in losing to Manchester United, to be fair.
And Tottenham's going to be no easy push.
No, not at all. They're there because they're good. I'd like to see anyone beat Tottenham, to be honest. I'd love to see Reading turn it around, but
Yeah.
On paper, I know the game's not played on paper, but I think it speaks for itself. Tottenham are a strong team, and I think Tottenham are going to win that one.
Obviously, Arsenal battered Reading last game. Reading would argue against Man United that the goal went in. I don't know if you've seen it, Mark, the Manchester United-Reading game, first game of the season, where Reading felt that the goal should have stood. It went over the line. They feel that they got robbed and they deserved more. But then they moved on to Arsenal and got absolutely smashed against a very good Arsenal side.
Do they have ball tracking like the men's?
What do you mean?
On the ref's watch if the ball crosses the line.
No, they haven't got goal line technology.
Okay.
Next game then, Mark. Arsenal, who's on form, very good form, shall I say, versus a Manchester City side who lost controversially to Tottenham with a handball decision last game.
Yeah, well, that can go. I think that's got a draw written all over it, to be fair.
Man City in 7th, Arsenal in 2nd.
Yeah, I still think it's got a draw written all over it.
Yep. Let's move on then, Mark. Let's look at Leicester City's women's top scorers then. Natasha Flint and Abby McManus both have one each for Leicester. There'll be very more goals, won't there, Mark, for Natasha Flint this season?
I think so. I think she's the one to watch in the whole league, to be fair. I think she's dangerous. I think she's sharp. She's clever. So definitely.
Yep. Top assister then, Shannon O'Brien. Obviously assisted Natasha Flint in the Aston Villa game to get that first goal, which was a record goal for Leicester City women in their first game of the season in the WSL. Let's have a look at the WSL then. Top scorers, Mead and Mia Dima of Arsenal. They're on very good form. Obviously, Mead, we know, plays for England women, scoring quite a few goals, Mark.
Yeah. She's obviously the bigger clubs, the bigger money, the better standard of players, and that's the way that we're heading. Hopefully, that we're going to be getting this standard of players to compete with teams like Manchester United and Arsenal. So and there's no surprise that they are, but there's no reason why our girls can't be.
Yep. WSL then, top assister. We've got Beth Mead, Ella Toone, McCabe, and Alex Greenwood of Manchester City. They play obviously for the big clubs, don't they, Mark, of the WSL, which you expect highly from them, don't you, at this level?
You do. I mean, this league's a tricky league. Teams now are putting a lot of money in to build these Ladies Super League squads. We've just got to, work with the cards that he dealt with, and I think our ladies are absolutely fantastic, and I think they'll do a really good job. Money can buy you leagues, but also money can ruin leagues. So it's the top teams throwing all the money at the players doesn't make them the best players in the world, to be honest.
Let's get a prediction from you then, Mark. Leicester City women. Will they stay up this season? If so, where do you think they're going to finish?
I think they'll stay up this season, and I think they'll win on Saturday, and I think we'll finish 6th.
6th?
Yeah.
I think we'll escape relegation this season. I think we'll stay up. We've got a good enough squad to do it. If we can beat the teams around us, Mark, the West Hams, the Evertons, and teams like that, why not? You don't play each other once in this division. You play each other twice like every other league. Guys, if you're just joining me and Mark, smash a like, share the stream, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV if you're new watching tonight. It'd be much appreciated. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook at Leicester Fan TV. Chat amongst yourselves because this pair ain't looking at the comments. We're looking at the comments, pal. There just ain't many coming through. Next game then, Mark, after West Ham, Manchester City women in the Women's FA Cup quarter-finals.
Yeah. Big game, isn't it?
It's a massive game.
Where's that being played? Do we know?
It's being played at the Academy Stadium in Manchester, just next to the Etihad.
Yeah, I mean, their training centre is as good as a lot of Championship, first division club grounds. So you know, it's going to be a big occasion for the girls. But you know, our girls are there for big occasions, and you know, nothing to fear of them. No,
I mean, the Leicester City women are going to look at the men's, aren't they, and say if the men's can beat these sort of teams like Manchester City and that, why can't we? It's about that confidence in desiring each game to go and get the points, isn't it, Mark? No matter who the opposition is on the day, it's who's better on the day. You're not guaranteed 3 points against anyone in any league. We know that in the men's league. It's very difficult. You're not guaranteed 3 points on a Saturday or whenever you play.
Cup games are a free hit, aren't they?
Well, yeah.
You know, it takes the pressure of the league off your back. And if you give it your best, you give it your all, then as we proved last season, you know, winning the FA Cup for the first time ever, something again I never thought I'd ever see in my lifetime, and you know, winning the Charity Shield. You know, it's a one-off game. Just go and do it. Go do your best.
Yeah, it is. Next up at home for the Leicester City women then is Tottenham Hotspurs. The same day that Leicester City play Crystal Palace away from home. Same time kick-off as well.
And you're in two minds, aren't you, Jack?
Two minds.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I will actually be at the.
I've got both sets of tickets.
You've just not made your mind up yet.
No. We'll see though over the next coming days or so. Obviously, Tottenham at home.
Big game.
It's going to be a difficult one, and Mark, but obviously the crowd as well.
Where are they playing theirs?
Leicester City women. They're going to be playing at the King Power Stadium.
Oh, home. Sorry. But where did Tottenham play their home games? You know,
I'm not really sure. I think it's. I don't know.
Is there a training centre or?
Might be their training ground.
Because surely
it ain't their stadium.
I'm going to say because like everybody rattle around in 100,000 seat stadium.
So it's weird. Guys, if you haven't got a match ticket for Crystal Palace away from home, go and support the women at the King Power Stadium. Go and be loud and proud. Go and back the women. £7 a ticket, guys, or £40 for a season ticket, which is very cheap, isn't it, Mark?
Cheap as chips, isn't it?
Yeah. So go and back the ladies. Go and show them your support. Go and get behind them this season, guys. Why not? We're all Leicester City. We're all one club. And let's go and get behind them. Let's push them on. Let's go and get them up that table. Get them points this season and escape relegation. Before we end the show, as always, smash a like, share, and subscribe. As always, if you can do that, I will love you forever. Coming up on Leicester Fan TV then, Mark, what have we got?
Probably you tomorrow, but that's not happening, is it? Or are you doing it from the ground?
Tomorrow's show, the away fan show, will not be happening. But I will try and do some lives from the den tomorrow. I'll be entering the Lions' Den tomorrow night. It's Leicester City take on Millwall in the Carabao Cup 3rd round. I'll be travelling to London and going to get behind the boys. Hopefully see a few players like Daka, Iheanacho, Dewsbury Hall, Hamza Chowdhury, whoever Brendan decides to put on, Mark. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that one. Give us your score predictions then, guys, for the Leicester City women's next game against West Ham. Drop it in the comments. And also give us your score predictions for Millwall versus Leicester while we're on the subject. Also coming up on Leicester Fan TV, we've got the Premier League predictions show on Thursday night with me and Tom. We'll be joined by another guest. Let's see how me and Tom have done this week ahead of the guests. Pre-match with Reedy on Friday. He'll be talking post-match Millwall and looking ahead to Saturday's big game against Burnley in the Premier League at 3 o'clock. Join us for the watch-along on Saturday, 2 p.m. We'll be live throughout the day. If you see us, come and say hello to us. We don't bite. We're all Foxes fans at the end of the day, and we all stick with each other. We've got the Aftermath show with Jamie from the Foxes Arms at 9:30 for post-match stuff to talk the Leicester and Burnley game. A quick analysis then, Mark. Millwall versus Leicester then in the Carabao Cup 3rd round. What do we need to be wary of, Mark?
I think the big question is, do we want it? Is it a cup that we're going to? Are we going to want to win it? Are we going to want to stay in it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Looking at the way our league team are playing at the minute, I think the team that he puts out for the Carabao Cup will probably be a stronger team in my eyes than he puts out on a Saturday afternoon. I think we've got a lot of good squad players that are probably keener and more, I think, want it more than the first team at the minute. So I'll be looking forward to finding out who is starting and you know, players like Dakar and Chowdhury, Dewsbury Hall. Ward, if he gets a game, I can't see it because Casper don't like giving up his shirt for any game. But these players are all quality players, and I think they offer so much more than we're actually seeing. So I don't know. If we want to stay in the Carabao Cup, then let's hope that we actually take it seriously.
Yeah, I mean, we're entering the Lions Denmark. We know of Millwall's presence. We know of their history, fans-wise. It's not nice, is it? Going to Millwall away. It's not a game you really look forward to as a football fan.
It didn't look very pretty against Napoli, did it?
Well, this is it. I mean, quite a lot of them got arrested, didn't they, Mark? After the game, as Leicester fans and Napoli
should have been deported.
I mean, the Brighton game didn't pull so many surprises, did it, Mark? VAR spoiling the party as always. The referee, again, very poor and very fraudulent activity was going on at the Amex on a Sunday.
We were, I don't know. I had issues on Sunday, so I had to do different things and couldn't watch the whole game. But what I saw of it, I saw the vital parts of the game, and I just felt gutted. I think your after the match statement with Phil, I couldn't agree more with what you had to say. You know,
after Napoli game.
No. After the Brighton game, with the referees' decisions and VAR and whatever.
Oh, that was Thursday night.
Thursday night, sorry.
Yeah. if you thought that referee were bad on Thursday night, check out Sunday's referee, Mister. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just had Brighton the penalty for anything anyway, even though we're pulling Vestergaard down. Takes a lot to get a big man down, I tell you.
6'5".
6'7".
Has he grown a couple of inches?
We also had the 2 offsides for the corners. Very bizarre, very criminal act, which I thought VAR was on Sunday. Second goal, what he could easily get to the ball and he could have come out to it, but he stuck to his line like super glue was on his feet and just watched it go in. He said Barnes was offside. I do not think so, Mr. Peter Banks. The first goal then, I don't think it was obstructing the goalkeeper's view for the first goal. I thought that was fine as well. But, you know, Sky Sports, the referee on there, Dermot Gallagher, obviously believes different, but he's going to stick up for his mates, isn't he? I'll call him out on that one. I think it's bizarre. It's stupidity, and they really need to get stuck into these decisions, Mark, because at the end of the day, it's ruining the Premier League. If it can
They're
work,
not accountable. That's the problem.
This is it.
There's nobody to account for it. You know, he'll probably end up not refereeing a Premiership game for a couple of weeks, but then he'll be back. Then he'll be back doing what he does. And that's as far as it goes. You know, he can't. You know, if I did something shit at work, then my boss would haul me over the coals, and I'd have to explain why I did it and what I've done. They don't have to explain anything to anybody apart from their superiors, but that stays, you know, behind closed doors, isn't it?
Well, it's never going to happen, Mark, is it? These referees getting interviews after the game, because I'll tell you something, it wouldn't be pretty for them sitting on them decisions.
Well, I saw Brendan asking him at half time in the tunnel on the way out for the second half. He was still saying,
it's ridiculous.
Tell me why. And the guy's going,
referees are entitled to bad games as well as players.
No shit, but you know, this weekend there was that many bad referees and bad games. Then you might as well just jack it in, haven't you?
Yeah, the thing is, it's all right if you met one decision bad. Not every decision in the book. A penalty, what weren't a penalty. 2 offsides, what weren't offside.
And it wasn't just our game, was it?
Man United and West Ham as well. Wan-Bissaka.
It wasn't just our game. It was, you know, I'm not saying that our referee was just against us. It's referees in general.
Wan-Bissaka challenge on the West Ham player Souček at the weekend. That's never a free kick to Man United's penalty. Obviously, Luke Shaw would argue another case for handball. I seen that handball given in the Wolves game last season as Leicester played Wolves. That handball where his arms there and he can't move it in time. But they're going to get given out the mark. But then if these referees need to start being accountable for these sort of decisions and take the knock on the head when it is, and maybe learn from their mistakes, because if VAR is going to work in this country,
it's got to be consistent.
There's no consistency.
No. If that's the rule and that's the way it is, then that's the way it is in every game. But it ain't, is it?
No.
You know what I mean? Every game is bloody different.
If they all chucked it in, we wouldn't have a game. Well, maybe we should get referees who can do their job properly then and stop being complete utter frauds. But we're not gonna argue this referee case because I ain't interested in it. I mean, the Premier League referees, you know, they're different gravy, aren't they, from what you get in the Champions League and stuff like that. I mean, if VAR is going to work in the Serie A, the World Cup, the Euros, the German League, the Spanish League, it's not VAR in the Premier League, Mark. It's the people who's running it.
Yeah. Was it clear and obvious mistake?
Yeah, clear and obvious error.
You know, if that was the case, if it was a clear and obvious error, we wouldn't have given away a penalty against Norwich because the ref gave nothing. It was the VAR that gave it. And when you looked at it, was it clear and obvious? I don't think so.
You're not interested in it, but you carry on whinging about it. I don't have to whinge about it. It's just an opinion like everybody else.
Yeah.
Football wouldn't be in a sport if you didn't have the opinions of everybody. Not everyone's going to agree with the same opinion.
Opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one.
That's it. And if you don't like anybody's opinion, then don't listen to it at the end of the day. We're not all going to agree on the same decisions or opinions. But everyone has one. We just got to get on with it. It's football, and it's full of opinions and views and goals and referees and players and everything. You just got to accept it and move on. And we move on to the next game on Wednesday against Millwall away. And yours stinks. Thank you for the comment, pal. Much appreciated. Loving the vibes, loving the positivity. So, yeah, I'm not going to touch on it anymore. Mark, thanks for coming on, pal. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I shall speak to you soon, no doubt.
Cheers, mate. Right, guys, smash a like, share, subscribe. Before I go, thank you to these guys, ADT, Hollogram, Tiger, Peter, Pizzeria, Pukka Pies, Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Fox's Arms, Newby Co, and Hope Against Cancer. Thank you to all these guys. Really hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you for your views and all your comments. It's a pleasure, as always. This is Jack from Leicester Fan TV saying bye for now, and I will see you at Millwall tomorrow night. Take care, everyone. Good night.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.